Good morning. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle, and we're having coffee in my beautiful handmade mug. I love having mugs that people have made by hand. There's just something about them, and everything about this suits me well, except maybe the color. The color could be a little more blue lavender-ish, but I love it. It feels very good in my hands. So, as usual, I'm asking, how are you? How are things in your neck of the woods? It is crazy as hell out there right now. I've had it's been a very interesting week. I've had so many lovely high vibe experiences, just little ones here and there. And yet it's been a chore to keep my vibration up. Um, this collective energy is scared as hell as well. And people are in reaction like no other I have ever seen, and it's continuous. There right now does not feel like there is a break in this reactivity. And it is great morning, Susan. I keep thinking about you and keep thinking, I'm going to call. I'm going to call. And then 2.5 seconds later, my mind goes somewhere else and I'm off on another tangent. We are spacey as hell. We have got so many things coming at us right now. And the not knowing that this is part of what is going on in this huge shift makes it really difficult for people to navigate. And so, excuse me, they are in high states of reaction. I have noticed weird, silly, stupid traffic stuff the last few days. And my husband's an expert at that because he's always looking for issues. I usually I usually don't have too many issues with traffic coming back and forth from Boise. And the last 3 days, it's kind of been constant, just silly ness. I mean, I'm driving along and the car on the other side of the highway all of a sudden is half off the road. The other night, we're leaving a stoplight and I'm probably 12 cars back, and no, not even that much. But anyway, we sit there and this is a road you go 55 on. And by the time I get to the light, we're maybe going 25. It's like we're in this slow race. Then we get a little further down the road. I pull over to the right because I'm going to have to turn right, and I get next to this car. It nearly sideswipes me because somebody nearly sideswipes it. People are just, like I said, spacey, and so they're not focused on the driving. It is kind of dangerous out there on the road and in other aspects too. So know that, as people are in fear, which we're being propagated and stirred up to be in all the time, they're in reaction and they don't know why. The not knowing is what makes it difficult and makes it more reactive for them. They just know that they're irritable. Last night coming home, I'm 2 blocks from an intersection, but after the intersection, it narrows into one road. So there's not anybody really near us. And I'm thinking, well, I look back and there's a car back there, a ways back there. And so I signal, I get into the left-hand lane, go through the intersection, and all of a sudden that car's on my tail, honking at me and goes around me on the right, like I pulled in front of them. I mean, they were way back, but they were, up probably going 20 miles an hour faster than the 40-mile-an-hour speed limit. And it was just comical. It's like, oh my gosh, this person is in such reaction that I got to be a target because it pissed them off that I moved into the lane that they just wanted to race through. And you just want to smile. So, what do the cards have for us? Let's first look at the Flower of Life card because it's beautiful, very much a fall theme. And this is what it says. The mystical, the mystery, the secret is what we call something when we are yet to understand it within us. Once you feel it, you have direct experience with it. Once you understand this, a realization gently moves through you. I am love, and love is the essence of everything. A new inward journey to feel and understand the fullness of you will reveal itself. When you feel this and talk to people who are yet to feel their own mystery, they will think you are delusional and a little mad because they can't see it. They will do whatever they can to talk you out of it. However, as you become practiced in your new truth of being, support and understanding will move into your life through other people who have rediscovered the truth of themselves. So, this whole mystery, again, people are going to think you're silly, you're stupid, you're crazy if you share with them some of the things that you are coming to know in your search for what am I doing here? How do I walk in this life? What does this look like for me? Because you who would watch this, unless you're a troll, which I get every once in a while on here, you are light workers. You want this. Even the troll could be a light worker who just doesn't understand who they are yet. And so what I do, what this is about makes them very uncomfortable. And the only way they can deal with their discomfort is trying to make someone else feel the discomfort that they feel. And so it again, that is reaction. That is what it is people in that place of uncomfortableness lashing out at others because they're uncomfortable and they're afraid and they don't understand why. So that mystery is you keep understanding, and this we're going to line it out a little bit more in this reading. I'm going to have a sip of coffee. I was up late last night after I got home and finally made myself go to bed. And with midnight, I'm going, I'm just not tired here. So need a little extra coffee this morning. So the first card that comes up from the Messenger Oracle, change is unavoidable. And that is absolutely true. The only thing that is sure in life is that it's going to change. And yet we resist it. We fear it. We push against it. We do everything we can to avoid it. And yet it is going to happen in every aspect of who we are. And so you allow that energy to flow through you as much as you can. Take some deep breaths and just step into that change energy. And we get this again. This is the third yesterday or Wednesday when I did the reading about the divine masculine and the toxic masculine, because all the cards were masculine cards. Put that out and then looked at the shorts that my young man, if you do videos and you need some help with that, I have an incredible young man in Pakistan that works with me, and I've worked with him for about 8 months, and he over delivers on anything I ask him to do. So take that in if you need some help online. Embrace the feminine. This is very much, and this is that receiving energy, that quiet, the yin, not the yang, not the action. This is the take a breath, receive from others what they have for you, receive from Creator, the universe. I am open, I'm willing, I'm ready, guide me. And I finished up that series of 3 classes I've been doing and have the next one scheduled for October. It is just so much fun to teach these and my community ed class because I that energy that for people seeking to understand how to better and more easily walk in this lifetime is always a fun energy to be in. And so that embrace the feminine is allowing the receiving. Allow others to give to you. Remember, it's, we love to give to people because it feels really good. Allowing people to give to you allows them that blessing of feeling really good as well. Many of us who are healers, light workers, way showers, women, mothers in this life, are really good at giving. And we love to do that, but we're not quite as good as receiving. So embracing the feminine is the allowance and allowing God, creator of the universe, to give to you as well the things you need for the things coming up in your life. There is so much upheaval and lashing out in the world. And Mother Earth too. I mean, this category, I believe it's a 4 storm that's hitting Florida right now. One of the biggest since, I don't know, 20 something, where 150 people were killed in the storm. And What they said, Florida has 67 counties. 61 of them are on emergency orders right now. So there's a lot of suffering that is going to happen there, or is happening there. And then these crazy things that people are doing in the world, just to one another. Again, holding your vibration, doing everything you can to keep your energy higher, the daily energy routine, some meditative time. Be sure that the music you're listening to is music that raises your vibration. I listen to this. Oh, well, I listen to many stations on my way in, but this one is particularly enjoyable until apparently about 5 or 6 o'clock. And then every time I listen to it, it's just this loud, not harmonious type of music. Obviously, a different DJ, a different focus. So I changed the channel. Last night, I finally plugged my phone in to the music that I have downloaded because that is soothing to my soul. This is really what we need to be doing right now, soothing our souls. Because again, we're sharing energy out in the world. We can't change other people. We can't, make them do their work, but we can change the energy we're walking in and the energy we're sharing everywhere we go. That is the key. Seek your answers within. Look at that beautiful wise bear. That eye in the heart. When you are connected to the universe, to creator, just allowing them to walk with you on a regular basis, that is a power place to live, because you're trusting your guides, angels, companions to help you walk through every single thing that you do. And you don't have to be on your knees all day long. You give them permission to help guide you. Then you get the taps on the shoulders, the understandings, the awarenesses you need. So go inward. Know that that connection is so strong. And, be asked to be made aware of where your focus is. What are you focusing on in the world? We fall back into habits of thoughts, ways of thinking, ways of being. We want to be made aware what that is. Last night in this program, we talked about the mean girl, which is that subconscious voice in the back of your mind that most of us aren't even aware of. Most of us don't understand the habit of belief about ourselves that it continually propagates. When your focus is always on everything bad that's happened to you and the energy gets a little prickly, we go back to that focus. When you're focusing on everything you're not able to accomplish or everything that you are not, that mean girl voice is enforcing that. So you want your guides, angels, companions to make you aware so you can literally in your mind say, cancel, cancel. I choose to look at all of this wonderfulness in my life. And sometimes that gratitude practice, we have to really dig because we are in a place of not feeling grateful for the amazing things we have in our life. And, the fact that you may live in your car, but you can get out of your car all by yourself. You don't need someone to help you. You can feed yourself. You can see, you can hear. There are times in life when we have to get very basic with that gratitude to become aware of what we really do have, because there is always someone worse off than us. And that's not the point. The point is to be very aware of what you do have, because that is what you grow. If you continue to focus on what does not work, what doesn't make you feel good, what isn't lifting your soul, because of the law of energy, which goes out and seeks the same kind of energy, you're going to continue to receive and create more of what you do not want in life. It is that simple. It is that basic. Is it easy? Yes, it is easy, but it does take focus and it does take effort. You can't just hope that things will shift when you do nothing within your power to make it shift. And the last card that came up is know your power. Knowing your power is incredibly helpful. Knowing what you can do, knowing that you can move yourself out of this powerless, ineffective, icky feeling that powerlessness brings, that fear wants us to live in. Those powers that were want you to be in a place of negative expectation because you're going to get more of that negative energy in your pathway. It can't be any other way if that's what you keep putting out there. When you focus on everything that is not okay, you're going to bring more of what is not okay because that's the energy you're putting out into the world. You must purposefully shift your focus and your mindset. Now, there are circumstances. I'm in a group, and this woman, this I talked about it actually. I remember now on the other video where the woman lost her grandson, who was the son of a son that she lost. And, just a very painful time. There are going to be real reasons to be in times of, very withdrawn energy. And that's what we need to do when we have real reasons for being in this state of grief and sadness and despair. But most of the time when we enter into these, we have so many things we could be focusing on that are good in our lives, that are wonderful in our lives. But we go to, it's just like the news, because the negative sensationalism sells. That's what we're fed most often. It's like every bad thing that happens, I can guarantee you there were 200 really good things that happened that could counterbalance that, but we're never going to hear those. When you look daily at people helping people helping animals, people being willing to put themselves out there on behalf of someone else, that is huge. But we're not going to hear that from the news people, because that is not what the powers that were want us to hear. They do not want us standing in our power, in love, in flow from the universe. They want us in resistance. They want us battling against one another. They want people lashing out. They want people getting angry in traffic. And the spaciness is, this byproduct of the shifting energies of Mother Earth. The energies coming in from the alignment of the planets is huge right now in this shifting sands of our world. It is going to be for the better. You learning your power in your life is huge for our world right now, because again, when you understand you have a choice with every thought, with every moment of focus, that will shift your energy so that you're sharing something more powerful, empowered, lovely, joyful, easy, and peaceful in the world. That's a very powerful place to live from. And that is what you constantly share out in the world. Are we always there? No. Am I always there? No. But it is the choice to bring myself back to that on a regular basis. I've had so many lovely things. I had an impromptu wedding in my backyard the other day. I perform weddings. These people called up. They live a half a mile from us. They needed a wedding that afternoon. They wanted it. Where could we get it done? My husband said a couple times they could come here. So I said, come here in my backyard. It's pretty nice. And then I had one last weekend, 2 hours from here, in a beautiful place. I got that joy of, in my convertible, driving home with the top down, being around waterfalls, happy celebrations, and then walking by the river. And still I had to spend time in this, a couple of different walks this week, shedding pure love and joy for a minute, because my energy really wanted to sink and be heavy and not be joyful. And there was no real reason in my life that it wouldn't be. And so know that you have tools, the pure love and joy tool, the gratitude. Good morning, Jean. I was just thinking about you this morning, because I hadn't seen much of you. And something else came up, and I was thinking, I wonder if Jean would like to go. I don't know what it was. At any rate, I think we are complete for this beautiful Friday, going into this beautiful Indian summer weekend here where we live. Another thing we can be grateful for, the weather has just been so lovely. And we are also, at least were most of yesterday, pretty smoke free. We still have fires in our state. Some new ones started here and there, actually up in more northern Idaho, and then in Washington. Yeah, I will, Gina. I'll reach out. Um, and just remember that there is always something we can focus on to bring us out of a lower, more intense negative vibration. Shedding pure love and joy for a minute, truly getting to that heart swelling place. This is something I teach in one class I do. When we are just sitting here, we are vibrating energy. Our heart gives off a light energy called photons. When we're just sitting here, we emit about 10 photons per second. When we get to that place where we are feeling love within us, like you think of your babies, your grandchildren, your pets, your spouse, what you love about nature, animals, whatever brings that swelling feeling to you, um, then you're emitting 100,000 photons per second from your heart space. That's why the pure love and joy tool is so powerful, to not shift only your energy, but sending it out to things, to animals that are suffering, to the government, to help guide them in their steps. Whatever feels like you need to focus on, that heart swelling feeling will help those photons to increase and then go out into the world. You are powerful AF. Remember that. And standing in that power is what we need you to do. And that's really all you have to do in this world to make and to affect change, is keep your vibration in a higher vibratory space. So thank you so much for joining me. I think we're complete for this September weekend. I might have said October because my head is forward in what I'm planning for October. Indian summer. I hope your weekend is safe. My wish for you is that you have something you can focus on to raise your vibration and take charge of your energy. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm Victoria Savage, Nurse Savage on your side, your wisdom guided oracle. Until we